Sometimes you have to look back to know where you've been, what you've gone through, and learn from that. I live with my son and daughter. Cassidy, she's 7, and Germany is 13, almost 14. Cassidy, she had something called ADEM. It was like a seizure disorder. I fell behind so much, I wasn't able to renew my lease. We stayed at hotels, we stayed in family members' houses. That was the lowest point of my life. I was homeless with 2 children and I needed help. We checked into Sarah's Hope. It was the biggest decision that I ever made in my life.
Sarah's Hope is a shelter for families. What our staff do here at Sarah's Hope is to help families begin to reclaim their lives.
It can happen to anybody. I saw that I wasn't the only mom with her kids that were homeless. It was a lot of us there.
The first thing is to provide a safe, caring environment, that they have people who care about them, that there are going to be resources provided, and that there's hope on the other side to move from homelessness to stable housing.
We had food, we had our showers, we had a place to sleep.
Sometimes it's the first time they've had their own home, their own room, their own bed.
Even when it came to school supplies for the children.
Sarah's Hope Shelter is a short-term stay for families. Families do not stay longer than 90 or 120 days. Many leave sooner.
I didn't really have to worry about anything except going to work.
Journey Home is committed to ending homelessness in Baltimore City, and when homelessness does happen, to making it rare and brief.
Three days before Christmas, we got a call saying that we were going to be moving into our house. A blessing, a true blessing. 3-bedroom house with a basement. Much more than what I had before I was homeless. The ride, 40 ride, 8. I don't know where I would be if I hadn't gone to Sarah's Hope. When I think about that, I feel as though I can get through anything now. I'm in a good place right now. I work at Johns Hopkins. Some of the women at the shelter didn't have jobs and they were looking for jobs so that they could find housing.
We just have recently renovated this building. And in our new building, we're now able to double that capacity thanks to the Weinberg Foundation.
This is not the end for me. I'm gonna go back to school, get my degree in radiology. Where I was there because I didn't have this, but now I have it. I'm not letting it go. Gotta dream big. Why not?
Incredibly optimistic about Baltimore, about the youth of Baltimore, about the passion and innovation that they have.
You have about 2 minutes to finish cutting out your second shape.
So much of the tech innovation that this country is built on has come from people with ideas, tinkering and making.
Kids are having a blast with this.
Digital Harbor Foundation is a youth makerspace where kids from all over the city come to use technology and to make technology. You're going to see kids working with everything from cardboard and duct tape. They are soldering.
What they like the most is the 3D printers.
How long did this take to print, do you know?
It's about took 2 hours.
We love being in a space where we can ask them, what do you want to do?
Today we're finishing up one project which uses a Gemma, which is like a little square circuit board.
I programmed it so it looks like Batman seeing ghosts.
Very cool stuff, I think.
And for the students, it's really purposeful and meaningful because they are making things that they've dreamed up.
So this is an old piano that I turned into a digital jukebox.
Sierra is a young lady that got involved about 2 years ago in our program.
We're always playing music in our space, but everyone didn't really know whose playlist to play or who was going to pick the music. So it combined two problems, one solution.
She saw technology as a tool for interaction.
When the key touches the block of aluminum foil, which then sends a signal to the Makey, which will send that number to the Raspberry Pi and pull a song from a Spotify playlist. I've taken it to the White House. That was not an easy trip.
And the skills that are most important from our perspective are things like grit and determination and knowing how to learn. So when you learn how to learn in an ever-changing tech landscape, you'll be well equipped to learn the next thing.
The arm is the Y, and then this is the X.
We had a 3D printer kit that was all in pieces, and we said, Darius, do you want to build a 3D printer?
About 2 years ago, I didn't know what 3D printing was. Hey, I'm just gonna give it a try, and I stuck to it, and I made it.
For 8 weeks, every single day, he came after school and would build and build.
This circuit board is hidden, but it's a USB right here.
The day that it printed was sort of this, like, I did it. You know, I think that moment for him was transformational.
I built a white version for the White House.
From that point to now building half a dozen 3D printers to teaching, the thing that he does the most is now help other youth here in the space.
Try to get the other side, I think.
Job.
For the youth that come to this space, we want to see their passion for learning grow.
I can't even begin to tell you how many opportunities it's given me. It's completely shaped who I am and my love of technology.
This is something that should and could exist elsewhere in Baltimore City, around the country. We would love to see other rec centers become tech centers. The tech economy here in Baltimore desperately needs this talent. And that's what we're working on here is helping to create a different way of leading tech education.
It's other ways and other paths to success. I know the hard work that it takes.
What the emergency grant did was allow us to enroll additional students this coming year and welcome them into our Thread family. In its most simplistic form, it's just love. That's what our kids need. They need love.
Born and raised in Baltimore, this is where I grew up.
When I first met him, was very shy, struggling in school.
My transformation started at Dunbar High School. My freshman, sophomore year, I was introduced to the incentive mentoring program, now called Thread.
Thread works with underperforming high school students who are struggling both inside and outside of the classroom.
What's so unique about Thread is the commitment to be with a student for 10 years, because nothing like that happens overnight. 4 years later or 3 years later, it clicked. It's like, you know, I can go to college, I can be successful, I can have a meaningful life.
We do anything that you would do for your own child, from pack their lunch, give them rides to school, provide tutoring, help them find a summer job. If you would do it for your own child, we do it for ours.
We're going to pick up Lizzie, who is my student, and drive her to summer school.
Good morning.
How was your week? Did you do anything fun? She is a great student. She's very smart. Did you? Her main thing she needs to overcome is that she doesn't attend school, but we're working on it.
The key to Thread's success has been that we never give up on a student. No, you're not going to end up dead or in jail. There's an entirely other set of options, and here's what they look like, and here's how to get there, and let's go there together.
These track 4X will become canceled out.
So being part of Thread means that everyone in the Thread community is growing, is learning, is changing, is figuring out who they are, what they're good at, what they're passionate about.
Yeah, we got 2X equals 7 minus 3Y. We're just going through some algebra problems. Let's try to solve for y. We've been more focused on trying to get his SAT score up. So you got y equals 1. Nice job.
She's, I think, looking forward to the school year for once. You're the best. Have a good day. The fact that she wants to change and get herself to school and make sure she's there every day is making a small difference, but it feels amazing.
I'll be helping students in elementary, middle school, and 9th graders excel in literacy, math, and also just attendance. I often reflect on my journey, but I'm very grateful for those people that really invested in me and my well-being. I was given the opportunity to find my passion. I may have not known that I could make a difference 10 years ago, but today I very much so know that I could make a difference.